What did the baseball game say to the cake? Batter up.
You're listening to The Chris or Jenny Show, featuring Deej on WCOMLP, Chapel Hill, and Carborough.
Meet me down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner, it's all for one tonight.
Yeah, lay down all the pain by the riverside. If you can't walk on your own, need to get a ride. Come around in the wagon, you can get inside. Take a dip into the water and get purified. See me waist deep, get your hands high. Stars shining so bright in the night sky. Feel the energy awaken all the possibilities of whatever you imagine in the mind's eye. Hold on, don't get lost in the stream. I got a raft we can cross on the beam. All for the one and it's all for the team. Got a message from the heavens that was brought through a dream. This is God's green earth, it's a gift and it's worth much more than you see planting seeds in the dirt. My earth is a queen, may she be blessed with birth. Be immersed, I believe, reaffirm, we emerge.
Meet me down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner, it's all for one tonight.
Come on.
Crew posse, clan battalion, stampede on the tracks like a gang of stallions. Put your arms up, wave your hands around and make some noise for the way my band is sounding. Started from the bottom, scrounging and scraping. An age when there was no frauds and faking. Back in the days when you placed the tape in, recorded every word MCs are saying. Now the beats are breaking, returning to greatness. Put some gangsta grass joints on your playlist. Whatever your faith is, say your prayers. Meet us on the Hudson or the Delaware. We gon' take what we do once we get it there. Put it together and send it to every hemisphere. Even though we bring the heat, you can bet it's rare and everybody's gonna want a piece, so you better share.
Meet me down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner, it's all for one tonight. Meet me down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner, it's all for one tonight. Meet me down by the river, all for one,
You mean down by the
all for one. Meet me down by the corner.
How about we meet him on the Mississippi? Okay. Gotta meet him on the Nile, though. It's the voice. It's the silhouette go around across the pond and it's right through the hill. And then we gotta meet him worldwide. We can meet him at the Kansas. Oh, that's the other world. How we do gangsta grass worldwide. Gangsta grass.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Karen?
I love that so much.
Thought you might. Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chris.
Can you believe we got her booked, Deej, for the second time in the history of this show? Welcome her in, ladies and gentlemen, award-winning tot rocker, Karen K.
Welcome back.
Karen K. Karen K.
Thank you so much for having me
Karen K.
back. Hi, Deej.
Hey, good to hear you.
Nice to hear you. You're severely socially distanced from us right now.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like 8 miles away.
The
Aww.
most people we're comfortable having in the studio is 2.
That's good. I like that.
And this is a brand new formula, folks. So DJ and I have done a couple shows where we are here and the guest is on the phone. Since you're a local, in fact, our backyards touch.
That's true.
We wanted to try this formula. So far, it's working out. Deej, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe next time I can be alone in the studio and you guys can have like a backyard session or something.
But as a sign of the times, despite the fact that our backyards touch, we drove in separate cars.
We did.
Well.
I feel very safe here. We've been very careful, as everyone should be. Deej, this is the first time I've been anywhere near a human in a long time, other than my own family. Might get awkward.
Wow.
We like it. The weirder, the better. On
Well,
this
if you
show.
feel safe around Chris, I don't know what to tell you.
That's a
but
good point.
I'm glad.
It's a
I'm
fair
glad.
point.
That's a fair point, Deej.
Yeah. Karen, are you finding that it's nice to be around a non-family member, or are people overrated, or how's it feel?
It feels safe, Deej. It feels good and emotionally
cool.
safe.
All right.
But now I'm also a neighbor, so we periodically see each other walking through the neighborhood or whatever. What if it was not me, but what if it was someone you don't see ever, but you haven't seen in over a year, and then you were with them? Would that be weirder?
Oh, so super awkward.
So
I mean, I
awkward.
think when we come out of the pandemic, we're gonna have to take some serious time to retrain ourselves to
Yeah.
be social creatures again. It's very awkward and weird.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what Carrie Heilman said. There's going to be a weird period of returning to normal.
Yeah.
Deej, do you know what we did different besides you being at home? Do you know what else we did differently for tonight's episode for the first time ever? It's already happened in the first 6 minutes.
Is Karen the first guest we've had in the studio twice?
That's not the answer I was looking
What?
for, but
Wow.
close. So, in studio, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Karen is the first guest
Yeah.
we've had in studio twice. So, okay, that is one.
Wow.
She's
You're
the
like the Tom Hanks of our show.
I get that a lot, Deej. I'm like the Tom Hanks of a lot of things. It's embarrassing.
Tammy Hanks.
The only people that have been on this show multiple times are the Heilmans, Carrie Heilman and Aaron Heilman. And they're at this point, they're like
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah,
Karen
Carrie.
yeah, you remember her. She came on when you were on.
Carrie,
Carrie.
amazing. Hi, Carrie.
She's so good. She was on January 1st. She was great. In addition to that, Deej, there's one other thing that we've done differently tonight that we've never done on a Chris or Jenny featuring Deej. You just
What's that?
Tonight, I did not play a Pogue song as the opening song.
Oh, what'd you play?
I played a band that I love called Gangsta Grass. And let me tell you why. Karen K's set list tonight inspired me. So that band, I thought you would dig them.
Yeah.
It's
Loved it.
I freaking love that band. It's a bluegrass band, but the singers are rappers. And
So good.
It's just this amazing sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Where are they from?
Genre straddling.
it's so good. Yeah, if you love genre bending and like throwing stereotypes out the window, Gangsta Grass is the band for you. They're not from close by. They seem like they'd be from North Carolina, but they're from far away.
Yeah.
We went to see them 2 or 3 years ago. They played at Motorco, so in Durham. Have you ever
So
been?
cool.
Great
yeah.
venue.
No, I went once before the pandemic. 'cause
That's
we
a
just
cool
moved
venue.
here. Super cool venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
500, 600 seats, I would guess, ballpark. And I just love their music. And I've started every show until now with the Pogue song, but I was inspired by you to
Aw.
bust out Gangsta Grass because I thought you'd like them.
I do like them. And rap and bluegrass are actually not that far off from one another.
Oh, my goodness.
As Reese Palmer will talk about. Like, we'll get to it because I know we're going to play some Reese later.
I do. I thank you for opening my eyes to her. She's fantastic. But
oh, yeah.
so anyway, Deej, thoughts on not starting the show with the Pogue song? You weren't offended, were you?
It's the end of an era, but all new eras must begin with a country bluegrass rap song.
I'm trying to
bring
evolve.
bring on the future.
Deej loves it. He loves the future. I'm trying to evolve, and you know what? They're going to come back. This pandemic's going to pass. They're going to come back to this area, and we're all going to go see them together, Karen K.
All right. I'm in.
The K's. By the way, we don't even
Do
know
it.
your last name in my house. We
It's
just
fine.
call you the K's.
The K's, it's fine. No one can pronounce it.
Yeah.
The DJ Simons and the Amsberrys, we're all going to go see Gangsta Grass.
Yay! It's a date. We'll all be super socially awkward.
It'll be-
Business as usual.
Deej, you know that weird thing where like you go in for a hug, handshake, and then you go back and forth. And
That's what 2022 is going to look like for everyone.
Yeah. How about when I go for the handshake, but you go for the fist bump, and then I kind of grab your fist? It's like the ball and socket.
so weird. So odd.
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of that.
Oh my goodness.
So much.
You know that thing where you're walking down one side of the street and someone else is walking the other way,
yeah.
and that whole dance where you decide.
It's the COVID dance.
GJ came up with the name for it, the COVID Pokey.
The COVID pokey. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag
Deej, good one.
trademark DJ
Yeah, we
Simons
hear it.
Incorporated.
TM.
Yeah.
TM.
TM.
COVID
Yeah, the C with a circle around it.
That could be a fun little kids kids song for the B side.
You got the COVID pokey. You wash your left hand
that's
first.
That's the B side. I have so many B side songs. Please don't tell the kids. Grown ups, don't tell the kids.
Well, let's get on with it, folks. Welcome to the show. What a treat to have Karen K in the studio and DJ Simons in the comfortable confines of his home. Let's say hello to friends that are listening from all over the country, Deej.
All right, like in Moscow.
Sure. We got friends in Moscow. So,
Moscow, Ohio, or
Yeah.
Moscow?
Karen wants a clarification. Deej.
Moscow, Idaho.
Moscow.
Oh, Idaho. Okay. Well, yeah, I get that.
All right, let's say hello to Lynchburg, Virginia.
Okay, right up there.
Sudbury, Massachusetts.
Sudbury,
All right.
Massachusetts. Who's in Sudbury?
Many wonderful people.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean,
68,112.
Happy people.
I like that we're shouting out to Sudbury, because I have a I about him.
Well, Karen,
about
do
it.
you want to say hello to anybody?
Yeah.
I do. I would like to say hello to Drayton Court.
Drayton Court.
I would like to say hello to Sarasota, Florida,
Sarasota, Deej.
where my folks are, and my mom finally got round 1 of her vaccination today.
Good job, Mom.
My dad got to do it at the VA. Florida's not a hot mess at all. So they were registering people to get their vaccinations using Eventbrite. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So congratulations to my amazing mom and dad who now have round 1. I'm very happy.
Eventbrite.
Yeah, so Sarasota. And let's say hi to Jamaica Plain, where my brother Almost Jesus and his family live.
We're huge in Jamaica Plain, Karen.
We are big in Jamaica
Yeah.
Plain. And maybe Columbia, South Carolina, where my sister and her amazing family are.
I love Columbia.
Hi, fam.
Yeah.
Nice. I have a friend who's from Jamaica, the country, and then she moved to Jamaica, Queens, and then to Jamaica Plain in Boston.
No, really? For
Yeah,
real?
then she moved here. That's a real person.
That's kind of fun. Was that intentional?
It had to have been, right?
They're all amazing places. So
That's fantastic.
that's really funny.
I think she came from the country to Jamaica, Queens with her family as a kid, and her parents probably picked it, or at least it was not completely lost on them that it was another Jamaica. And then she moved to Boston for work or school, and I think she just kind of had in her mind to maybe find another Jamaica and was like, oh, yeah, where do I live? Oh, how about Jamaica?
Kind of like that time that someone picked you to DJ a wedding because your name is DJ.
Yeah,
Very similar.
that was the only reason.
We're
And I
going
killed
to
it.
get into names now? Do we really want to talk about names?
Oh, are
we
you
wanna
going to
talk
complain
the
about
na-
the Karen thing?
Must we with
Your
the
name,
Karen?
your name became a slur.
It's horrible. I get embarrassed. I go into Starbucks now, and I so overcompensate. Like, thank you so much for this latte.
Yeah, they're like, we've never been tipped $8 for this cup of coffee.
It's horrible. I started using.
Man.
My friend told me I should start using different names, so I started using Cat's characters like Mr. Mistopheles. They get confused. It doesn't work.
Well, let's move on and say hello. Of course, we always want to say hello to our friends in Burien, Washington, and Geneva, Illinois. Deej, it's been a year since we've had Karen on. She's back. It's been almost exactly a year, Deej. And what have we learned?
Yeah.
I was trying to rack my brain. Really nothing.
What have you learned just in general?
What have we learned in the last year since we saw Karen K last, Deej?
I learned how to install a toilet.
that's
I'm like half a plumber now. Yeah.
That's a good life skill. Good for you.
Yeah, our personal grooming skills have gone down, but our home ec skills have gone up. That's true, Deej. That's a good point.
That is true. That's a good thing to learn. My husband and daughter got me a subscription to Masterclass for Christmas, which we celebrate in our house along with a little Hanukkah. Yeah, and it's so cool. Yeah, there's so much to learn. There's so much we don't know. It's good to be curious.
That's good.
Yeah.
Has that helped you work on your bathrooms?
No, I honestly have watched half of one, and
So-
I'll keep you posted.
Deej, Karen does have we're going to get into you. We got a lot to talk about with you, but she does have a great series on Facebook called Unfinished Songs from My Unfinished Bathroom. And it's, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10 or so entries so far. And they're all just brilliant. Tell us about that series. I love it.
Thank you. I have legions of fans, Deej, like maybe 12. I got super bored like everybody else after about a month of like being in pajamas. So I'm still in pajamas. But yeah, I miss my musician friends. I miss making art. So I just went into my unfinished bathroom and started singing and recorded a song that was like half done. and started this series. Yeah, a couple of them, I did a contest with a friend, and we gave each other a title and gave each other like 48 hours to write something.
So you make the whole song
But
up just within...
that one we did. But the others I sort of pulled out from a notebook and feel like, it's not done, but I'm going to sing it. I can't edit. And I can't shower.
Well, that's...
I can't take it seriously. Then it's not fun.
And I didn't know you played piano until I saw that series. I've always known you're a guitar shredder, but I didn't know you played piano. So
Shredder. I know 5 chords. I'm a shredder.
Check that out. And Karen, what else are you into? So let's dive in. The audience is chomping at the bit.
Oh, boy.
What else is going on? You work at the Art Center now?
Yes, as of about a month ago, like right there, except I've only been in there like 3 times because of COVID.
They're our
working from
landlord.
home. Great landlords. I'm sitting here actually looking at a beautiful mural that the Art Center is responsible for, along with an incredible artist and a lot of folks from the community that brought that to life. But come and check it out. It is a community mural. Quite literally, our community created it, and it features folks from our community. So come check it out on the side of Gray Squirrel, and then go in and get a coffee. They're being very safe, and we want to support our local businesses, and we love Gray Squirrel.
Nice plug for Gray Squirrel. What is your role at
the Art Center?
Yeah.
I am the capital campaign director. The Art Center, your landlord, is going to be moving.
I know, so are we. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, soon, we hope. But my job is to help bring the community together and raise the funds to make the new building happen.
Nice. It would be interesting to me because the Art Center does lots of great things. I mean, you name it. We've done summer camps there. They do a great thing around Christmas time. Lots of good community events. But one of the big things they do is they have performers there. And we learned a year ago that you were a performer at the Art Center.
That is
way back
right.
there. So now that you work there, if they're like having a meeting and they're like, gosh, who should we book next month? Are you going to be like, hey, I know someone?
I'll try to like leave that at the door. It's interesting. Like I've learned a lot about the Art Center over the last few months and how much it's changed over the years. I mean, it was, it's been around since 1974.
Yeah.
And it's gone through like several different lifetimes since then, really. So it's very exciting, the plans ahead and the access to the arts that it'll provide for kids and families and people of all ages.
They are a great
Yeah.
entity. I've supported them from day one. I've donated some to them. Like I said, we've gone to summer camps there for my daughter. I do love the Art Center. I really do.
I'm so glad to hear that, Chris.
Yeah.
I think we're very lucky to have the Arts Center here. That is such, the fabric of our community. I think it's exciting. So I'm happy. I'm really happy to be at a local organization and hopefully help a little bit.
So, Karen, as a musician, how are you finding COVID is affecting your musical life? I mean, obviously dramatically, but how are you coping?
Yeah, good question. Well, we already
That
talked
is a
about the
good
unfinished
question.
series, but what else?
Yeah. Well, Deej, I performed for so long in Boston and New York before that with a band and 4 small humans and their families and grown-ups. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that. So everything's moved to a virtual platform. And I've done just a tiny bit of that. I sort of dipped my toes in it, but really I'm a connector. I want to connect with live people.
You're a live act. Yeah.
That's been hard for me. Even as a solo act, that's been really hard for me. I have friends that have transitioned really well into that world. I'm glad you asked that, Deej, because in 2 weeks, I'm actually hosting a virtual music festival called Love Fest.
Love Fest.
Yeah,
Let's get into it.
So this is the kids' world, and then I can, if you want to know, Deej, I'll tell you like how, as an artist, I feel like I'm transforming during COVID. I think a lot of artists are, but like it's been pretty significant. In the kids' world, in the family music space, the band Karen K and the Jitterbugs has performed at this beautiful theater north of Boston called the Cabot Theater for several years, and I usually do it around Valentine's Day and host this event that I call Love Fest, and we make Valentines for community helpers, and families deliver them around our various communities, and it's a great, really fun sort of Valentine celebration that focuses on kindness and giving back instead of like candy and getting, right? And this year we opened it up, and now I'm really happy that the Cabot supported this idea, but I invited some friends to join me, and they're all incredible. And in this time when As an artist and a human, I think it's really important to be elevating Black and brown voices, especially in an industry that tends to be very white. But, we're doing that together with this festival, so I'm super excited. February 13th, and it's virtual, so anyone can go. It's free. It's about an hour and a half of Grammy Award winning, like some of the best family music that you'll hear.
Well, let's go through the lineup.
All right. So first we have Shine and the Moonbeams. Shine is incredible. She's an R&B singer from New York City. R&B for kids and families. I love Shine.
Who else?
Mr. Cookie Jar. One of my favorites. He's in L.A.
We might hear him tonight.
You might.
All right, go ahead. Who else?
Uncle Devin. Uncle Devin's in D.C. He's a drum cushionist and also the owner of We Nation Radio. Check them out.
Okay.
We WEE Nation Radio. Floor Bromley is a beautiful bilingual performer. She has a new album out called We Came to America that I love. There are lots of immigrant families north of Boston, and she, being an immigrant herself, will be such a wonderful example and lovely presence for all of us. Mr. G is an amazing global traveler. He's performed at the Arts Center himself. He's been in North Carolina several times. Amazing, amazing. I love Mr. G.
Wow.
And the whole thing is produced by 123 Andres, which is a Latin Grammy award winning, as is Mr. G.
So a lot of talent. It's a virtual event. What's your role in the event?
So I'm hosting. I'm also going to perform, but I'm hosting, and I just forgot. I cannot believe, as I was listing them off, I wasn't looking at my list, and it's past my bedtime. But Pierce Freelon and his daughter Stella, they're right here in Durham.
How could you forget Pierce Freelon?
You can't, really. Yeah. I mean, you really can't. And his daughter Stella, you can't forget.
Now, how do you manage that, Karen? Like, when it's one performer's time to go on, what do you just like roll to them? Like, how do you?
Oh, it's so complicated.
Take us behind the scenes a little bit on how
I'd love to. Yeah. So that is what Andres and Christina from 123 Andres will be doing, because that is a whole thing. That's a whole like performance
management nightmare.
Yeah, like performers definitely need help with that. You know, if it's just you can do that. But if you're hosting a big event like this, you need somebody to like be your stage manager and your production manager. And so we're meeting tomorrow. I can take some video if you want to see it.
So give me the date and time again, Karen. I'm sorry.
So February 13th at 10:30 to 12. 10:30 a.m. 10:30 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you go to KarenKJitterbugs.com, all of the information is there. You can also follow me on social media. Follow the Jitterbugs on social media. Instagram at Jitterbugs Music, or on Facebook at Karen K and the Jitterbugs.
I got a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
What's it going to take to make DJ Simons a jitterbug?
I don't know, man. We have to talk offline. We're
all right. No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk offline, man.
You saw that lime green outfit he wore, right?
I saw it.
Okay.
I am
Just saying,
impressed.
I have a lot of green clothes.
I'm super impressed.
DJ, am I free to share that picture on social media?
We'll talk offline.
We'll talk. Okay, Karen, I'm excited about this event.
I
promise you my audience is going to be there. I got 2 quick follow-up questions, and then I want to play Mr. Cookie Jar.
Oh, good.
So number 1, it's a virtual event, so anyone in the country can see it. Friends in Lynchburg, friends in Sudbury. But let's say there were no pandemic. Would that event be happening this year somewhere locally?
That's a great question. I mean, knowing me, because I've been producing large-scale events like this for a while. Kids Really Rock was one I did in Boston. It was like the biggest kids music festival in the country.
Yeah.
And I miss it and loved it and thought of it at 3 a.m. and next thing you know, I was doing it. So I imagine something like that will happen once, COVID is lifted.
Yeah.
And it'll very likely be local, though.
We could do something like that here at Carborough Commons even, or the Art Center.
Yeah.
But the question is, can you get that much big name talent? It might be a smaller bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like listen, you can do anything when people come together. Make up their minds to do it. You bring people together.
Yeah.
Good things happen.
Okay, here's my other question.
Yes.
I'm excited about this event. I promise you my family will be there. It's called Love Fest.
Yes, sir.
Are you concerned? Some people that don't know the background, or a bunch of hippies are going to show up.
I'm not worried about the hippies so
expecting
much.
something very different.
This is why it's virtual.
All right.
I think it's kind of cool cool for a boy to like the color pink. Cause with color, it doesn't matter what others think. It's kinda cool when the girl's a tomboy. She wants to catch frogs in the mud, it's her choice. It's her voice, it's her way to go. It's her way to grow, it's her way to glow. Shine bright, blaze and be bold. Unearth your true colors, go be that rainbow. You be you, through and through. So you got 2 moms and 2 dads. Some say that's too bad, I say forget that. What's with all these haters? It's to a world where love can never faze us.
I will be a rainbow, I will let my star glow. I can chase the darkness into the light. I will be a rainbow, I will let my love flow. I can chase the fear back into the night.
In the USA, back in our grandparents' day, people risked their lives to pave a civil way. Justice and a dream, Dr. MLK, Rosa Parks, Harvey Milk, such meaning in one name. We come a long way, historians say. Now who the guess we'd elect a black president, a new modern family for Uncle Sam. Now everyone's closer to Uncle Mitch and Uncle Cam. One dream, one love for each and every color, every lifestyle, culture, every other, all in together. Shiny, shiny little halo, love is the way so.
I will be a rainbow, I will let my star glow. I can chase the darkness into the light. I will be a rainbow, I will let my love flow. I can chase the fear back into the night. I can shine so bright. I will be
You've come a long way with a long way to go. The road to rainbows ain't paved with gold. It's paved with hard work and lifetimes of struggle. The privilege we have now is from lifetimes of hustle, lifetimes of muscle building, people power. You're everywhere. Kids are getting bullied hour to hour. There are more slaves today than ever in history. Just why we can't evolve, it's a sad mystery. I call it hate in the name of God, more like hate in the name of fraud. They better stop in the name of love before they break our hearts. They get over, baby, love is smart.
I will be a rainbow, I will let my star glow. I can chase the darkness into the light. I will be a rainbow, I will let my love flow. I can chase the fear back into the night. I can shine so bright. I will be a rainbow.
Nice. So, Deej, that was Karen K and Mr. Cookie Jar.
Yeah, we wrote that like 6 years ago. Yeah. I think parents and all of us are being a whole lot more honest about these things now.
Isn't it amazing what 5 or 6 years?
Yeah,
the
it
difference
is.
of-
Yeah. It is amazing.
Because you were saying at the time that song was almost kind of shunned.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Now it seems very timely.
Yeah, Sirius Kids Place Live played it, and it got a whole bunch of backlash because certain folks weren't ready to hear it. Certain folks still aren't ready to hear it, but hopefully we're louder.
Hopefully the Chris or Jenny audience is ready to hear it.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked up with Mr. Cookie
With
Jar?
Cookie?
Yeah. Oh, can we call him Cookie?
Oh, sure.
Am I on a
yeah,
Cookie
you can call him
name
Cookie.
basis?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's okay with that, right, CJ? Cookie played. We met at a big family music festival for artists like us that make music for kids and families. And I invited him to come play at the very first Kids Really Rock, which is a much larger version of this Love Fest I was just talking about 10,000 people that used to gather for family music and art in Boston. And he was one of the first artists.
Kids Really Rock.
Yeah, I was talking with someone the other day about what that would look like here in the Triangle. So that's exciting. And hopefully post-COVID, we'll be able to bring that to life somewhere, somehow.
So many things I want to do post-COVID.
There's so many things.
So many things.
What's the first thing you're going to do?
Go to a concert.
Yeah.
Go to just dinner. And I know you can sort of go to
Yeah.
dinner now, but it's not the same.
No, I want to sit in a dark theater and watch some theater. I'm going to go see my friend David perform. I just can't wait to sit in a
Oh,
dark
my
theater and
goodness.
watch theater and listen to music and
You know
support
the event that we used to go
all
to?
these people.
Every summer until 2 summers ago, it was no
Yeah.
big deal. And now it'd be such a big deal was Fridays on the Front Porch.
Oh, yeah.
Carolina Inn.
Carolina Inn.
We went on average. I mean, it was every single weekend, every single Friday for like 5 months. I'd say we averaged like 5 or 6 per summer. Mm-hmm. And different friends would be there. You just show up with your cooler. And man.
So fun. Tell you what, I have a grown-up thing coming up. I can tell you about that. That's exciting because I've been doing an awful lot of writing. I have a new single coming out. My very first ever grown-up song coming out.
Yeah.
In about 2 weeks, right after Love Fest.
Nice.
But on February 22nd, I'm performing at the Folk Alliance Conference.
Here we go.
That is also virtual. It's at 8 o'clock. But Zoe Lewis is one of my very favorite performers on earth. And she is performing at Love Fest, and she has the best song called Rotary Phone.
Zoe Lewis, Rotary Phone.
If you're old enough to know what a rotary phone is, you need to hear this song.
Karen, tell me, what's the second event? Say it again.
The second one is Monday, February 22nd. My friend Saul Paul is hosting the Changemakers and Champions Showcase at the 2021 Folk Alliance Conference. It's a huge conference. I'm very honored to be participating.
The Folk Alliance Conference.
Folk Alliance Conference.
February 22nd at 8. Will your performance be virtual?
All performances are virtual this year. Everybody's staying safe.
Was that a dumb question?
Nope. Nope. But I'm not going to Texas right now. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
I'd love to next year, hopefully. But yeah, so I'll sing some grown-up songs that nobody's ever heard except from my unfinished bathroom.
That answers your question, Deej. She's keeping busy doing virtual stuff. That's what you're doing.
I'm keeping busy writing a lot, Deej.
Yeah.
And it's really strange. Like, I think as artists, we have to go where the journey's taking us.
Yeah.
So I'm just following whatever this is. And, but it's kind of it's like a little bit of a metamorphosis. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a chrysalis in my pajamas.
I'm surprised they haven't come up with a way to jam virtually yet, like just musicians playing together. Like, that latency just makes it impossible. Like, if one person's internet is slightly off, do you think someone would have come up with a way to do it? It can't be impossible.
Whoever solves the latency issue is going to be very, very, very rich.
Yes, because musicians are very rich people, and we'll give them lots of their money.
That would just be amazing. But yeah, it's so interesting. I think everyone's finding ways to be creative differently,
Now, with that said, Deej, you're right. The internet speeds of different people makes it hard to jam together. But I will tell you, during the pandemic, there's this thing out there now called the Pogestra. And people from around the world, they'll say, okay, this song, and I don't know how they put it all together, but it looks like a Zoom meeting. Musicians from around the world play a Pogue song. And I think what you do is you video yourself, submit it to somebody, then someone cobbles it all together and then puts it out.
Yeah,
so that's
you can't do it live, but there's all kinds of technology that will allow you to do that. They're doing that, and a lot of that is happening in schools. My daughter is in the wonderful chorus program at McDougal Middle School. I have to shout that out. Her teacher is amazing. Yes.
How is she dealing with homeschool, online school?
We're proud of her. She's very conscientious. She is, like probably every other kid, sad and frustrated, and we're very lucky that we are privileged enough that access to the internet isn't an issue, right?
There's no question about that,
I can't even imagine what this has been like for a lot of families.
Poor people, yeah.
I can't imagine.
That's a good point. But man,
so anyway, but yeah,
it's rough for people that are doing well, and it's just exponentially rougher for people who are not doing well.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, I think, for kids right now, all kids.
It's tough.
I mean, you could speak to that. That's like, this is rough on the littles.
Oh man,
especially the littles.
Today we had a little bit of a thing, but she's still doing well. But woo, it's rough. It's rough, Deej.
Rough, tough stuff.
I got an idea. I got a thing to lighten the mood. Let's do kids jokes.
Yes.
So it's a new bit we've been working on for the show.
Okay.
We reached out and we got an overwhelming amount of responses. 3 adults reading kids jokes.
Okay.
Let's lead off with Karen K.
I'm going to start with, look under there.
Underwear.
And that's a joke from Henry K. Oh, from Henry, who's in kindergarten from Durham.
Very nice,
good
Karen.
one, Henry.
Very nice, Henry. Good job. All right, here we go. I got one. Why did the bear cross the road?
Why?
Because he was going to eat burgers.
Who told you that one?
Brendan, second grader in Louisville.
Come on, Brendan.
Really?
Nice
really
job,
says a
buddy.
lot about society. Yeah.
Did you got one?
What do you call a teacher who farts a lot?
I don't know.
A tutor. That's from Little Hartley of Carborough.
Very nice.
Hartley, good one.
Good
Wow,
one.
we have some really clever
Wow.
and funny small humans in this group
yes.
here.
Here we go. Here's another in the Chicken Across the Road series. Here we go.
Okay.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Huh.
To go to Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
That's Lucia, first grader from Asheville.
Lucia, yay! Good one. First grade.
I just realized something, Karen. These are all fans of yours. These are all potential fans for your Jitterbugs work.
All right,
All right.
friends.
What do you
Go
got?
check out the music. Go to KarenKJitterbugs.com.
KarenKJitterbugs.com.
How can you tell the difference between a grasshopper and a cricket?
How?
The grasshopper is in the symphony.
Oh.
Isn't that? I mean, that is from my good friend Lyra, who's in second grade and lives in Carborough.
That's a thinker.
Lyra,
dude.
that is a beautiful joke. She's a beautiful soul. That's why.
That's a thinker.
Yeah. Really says a lot about society.
All right, dude, you got one?
Why did the little blind boy fall down the well?
I don't know why.
He couldn't see that well.
Oh.
Wow. Who told you that one?
I think Deej just made that one.
Yeah, that was little Danny. He lives in Durham.
DJ Simon's 46 and... No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I have one.
Am I 46? No, I'm not.
I just made that up. 36
Not
is what I
yet.
meant to say.
Why does the duck have tail feathers?
Why?
Why is that?
To cover its butt quack.
Nice.
That's from Greer, who's in second grade right here in Chapel Hill. Good one, Greer.
Good
that
job,
made me
Greer,
giggle.
second grade, Chapel Hill.
Did you know that in Canada, when the kids play Duck, Duck, Goose, they don't say Duck, Duck, Goose. They say Goose, Goose, Gray Goose.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's like a thing.
Goose Goose Grey Goose? Nothing to do with the delicious vodka product, I assume?
It's not.
No, I
It's
don't
not
know.
Duck Duck Washroom.
No, you know what it is? It's Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. That's it. Duck, Duck,
Okay.
Gray Duck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting. Oh, I got a lot. Hey, Cole, pre-K, Carborough sent me that joke in. I got a lot of
You do?
interrupting cow.
Sorry,
yeah.
Cole. That's from Cole, pre-K and Carborough?
Yeah,
I stole your joke, Cole. I apologize.
The interrupting cow series is very popular. And then there's another way you do it. You could say knock knock and you can do the interrupting cow.
Yeah.
And then you say there's a way that you work a chicken into it, but I'm not sure how. Listen to this, guys. All right, I love this one. So this is my buddy Micah. This is our guest in 2 weeks, DJ. Micah Views coming on this show, and I'm just going to set this up a little bit. So he's got a boy and a daughter, and we play fantasy football together, and he won the trophy last year. Okay, here you go. A few days ago, Jonah, my son, pulled down my fantasy football trophy. He asked me, "What's this trophy for, Dad?" Before the dad could answer, his daughter jumped in and said, "Yeah, what was the competition, Dad? Did they count your farts?"
Oh, dads and their farts. Like, Chris just loved that, Deej. He's cracking up right now. Okay, why did the banana go to the doctor?
Why?
Because he wasn't peeling good.
Oh, yeah.
Catherine, I love that. Fourth grade, Lynchburg.
Lynchburg, fourth grade. There you go.
Sound a lot like dad jokes.
It's amazing how similar the dad jokes and the kid jokes are.
I have one about cows.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Why do cows wear bells?
Why?
Because their horns don't work.
Oh, that's great.
Good one, Scarlett. Scarlett's in third grade and lives in Durham.
Scarlett, third grader in Durham. Okay, I got a great one here. If you're an American in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom?
What's that?
European.
Boy.
Wow.
Cosette, second grader, Carborough, North Carolina. Woo!
Good one, Cosette.
And this has been Kid Jokes, everybody. Come on. Come on, Karen K. Come on, Deej.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go. Hey. I've been thinking about it, I should be a change. Ain't no doubt about it, there, you should be the change. Ain't no way around it if you're tired of the same. You wanna make a difference, you should be the change. I've been thinking about it, I should be the change. Ain't no doubt about it, you should be the change. Ain't no way around it if you're tired of the same. You wanna make a difference, you should be the change. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Question. We all human, right? So we should all have basic human rights. And if I'm doing right and if I'm doing well, then I probably shouldn't sit and watch my neighbor fail. We could all prevail, we could all succeed. But I gotta be the change, I must be the lead. So I guess I lend a helping hand. So love to my neighbor and help them stand. I've been thinking about it, I should be the change. Ain't no doubt about it, it's time to be the change. Ain't no way around it if you're tired of the same. You wanna make a difference, you should be the change. I've been thinking about it, I should be the change. Ain't no doubt about it, it's time to be the change. Ain't no way around it if you're tired of the same. You wanna make a difference, you should be the change. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah.
Saul Paul, be the change, folks. Be the change. So that dude is going to be at one of the events that you said earlier.
Saul Paul's amazing. Just go to social media and just find Saul Paul. His story is incredible. He's a friend, and he's one of just the best human beings in the world. He makes music with a message. He went from prison to college to making music with a message, and he's just incredible.
All right, where's he based?
He's in Austin, Texas. He's hosting the showcase at the Folk Alliance.
How did you connect with Saul Paul, Karen?
Just through the family music space. A lot of us sort of know each other from being around for a while and collaborating. And
nice.
Yeah.
When you say Saul Paul, I think Pau Gasol, former NBA player.
Oh,
for some reason.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned Reese Palmer earlier, but we haven't had a chance to talk about her, so I just have to shout her out. So everybody go find Reese Palmer.
I've heard about her show.
She's incredible. Yeah. Check out Color Me Country Radio because it's incredible. Listen to her podcast, everybody.
Where does it hosted?
You can find it on Apple. I think it's on Spotify now, but you can definitely find it on Apple Music.
That's the reason I have my guests recommend the songs they want to hear during the show.
Yeah.
Is because I hear so much new music. Right, Deej? I mean, you think about it, over this last year, we've heard so much amazing music that we wouldn't have known about without our guests.
It's so great.
Tonight's another example.
Yeah.
And Reese's local. I tried to bring in a little local
like
flavor.
from around here?
Yeah. Yeah, she's in Durham.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Can you help me get her be a guest on my show?
Let's talk offline.
No, online, Karen. The world is listening.
Listen to Color Me Country though. She's
she might want to come do the Christmas Jam, like as a charity to me.
She's the only live show that I've seen in the last year and a half. Somebody here in Chapel Hill has like a backyard series that they do, and
really?
I took a lawn chair and I masked up.
That's cool.
I was like, I gotta see this live because she's just a beautiful person.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And also has a children's CD, but she's a grown-up musician.
Have you?
I love that I say that.
A grown-up musician?
A grown-up musician.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. And one of the first black artists to chart in Nashville and the country chart.
But she's amazing. And have you noticed when you go outside sometimes in our neighborhood, there's just music wafting through the air?
Yes.
Deej, listen to this. There's a band that plays in our neighborhood.
Like a brass band or something.
And it sounds
right?
beautiful. And it's just like you go outside and you're mowing the lawn. It's just wafted through the air. And I've tried to find them, and I think I've pinpointed the house where they play, but you can't see them. It's not one of these deals where you can walk up and enjoy them.
You know what? Our neighbors know.
Who is playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our neighbors know.
Because I've walked around, and then if you go to MLK Park,
love that park.
You can see, but then as you're approaching where the music's coming from, there's a bunch of signs that say, don't trespass, basically. But I don't know who the band is, and that's another one I'd want to have on this show. But
we'll get it going on the text exchange later because there are people in our little neighborhood group that know where that's coming from.
Yes,
we can go throw some money at them. Musicians are hurting. We got
but okay, let me come and sit and bring a lawn chair and listen to you. You know what I mean? I want to go check them out.
Yeah, but, see it live. Oh man.
All right.
Yes.
So you're kind of straddling between children's performer and getting into more adult performing.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about this a year ago, but my idea is to have a kind of a fundraising event for this station and have it a live performance. I'm going to have it at the entrance to my neighborhood. Here's my idea, Deej. You're involved in this, so get ready for this. You're going to love it.
Get your green shorts ready, Deej.
Get your green outfit ready for this, Deej. So you open the show. Karen K and the Jitterbug Band, or some version of you opens the show. Families can come and enjoy and bring their kids. The kids are going to have a blast. Then we have 2 or 3 other bands play throughout the day, and that's where you come in, Deej. You'll probably be in one of those bands. And then Karen K comes back at the end of the night to close the show, just you and a guitar and a spotlight and like a stool.
I mean, it is quite a vision.
That's my idea in my head.
I love how creative you are, and I love all your ideas, and I'm in for anything. I can't promise my guitar playing would be great, but
you're working on adult music right now. I hate when I say that, it sounds like something.
I know, isn't it funny? It's very weird. Most people just call it music.
So Love Fest is for kids, but you're working on adult music.
Yeah, it's very strange, and you really have to be careful.
The more I thought about Karen, I think your guitar would be fine. But then I thought, like, that might be tough for the artist. Now, it's one thing to have it in our neighborhood because you could go home for 2 hours. If we had that at a venue, that might be difficult to perform for an hour and go do something for 2 hours and then come back and perform.
Yeah, we'll do anything. I do anything.
You can
it's
make it
fine.
happen.
And usually when I'm performing as an adult, which I have done before, but performing my grown-up music, it's usually as a duo.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
And we're happy to do whatever you want, Chris.
Well, Karen K, thank you for coming back on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Deej. I'm sorry we didn't get to see you, but it was nice to hear you from 8 miles away.
Yeah, next time.
Deej, any last thoughts from you, sir?
Implying I have thoughts. No, man, everybody stay safe and happy and sane, and I think we're almost there. Hang in there.
Yeah, hang in there.
Watch Netflix. I'm just kidding.
Hang in there. Listen to the Chris or Jenny show.
Featuring Deej.
Yeah.
Karen K.
Featuring Deej.
Here's how my daughter wanted me to introduce you. Hold on.
Maggie.
Hold on. Where is it? Oh, yeah. She told me to introduce you as the first lady of children's music. All right, let's get out of here. DJ Simons, thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Karen K, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Karen K.
We're going to go out on Reese Palmer. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Good night, friends.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
It's a pride to feel that makes you walk the walk. And come Sunday morning, palms up in praise, yeah. It's all about my mama naming house raised. It's a state of mind no matter where you're from. Living like your grandma does. Cause good home training ain't a common thing. Now, if this is who you are, let me hear you say, oh, you don't have to be a Georgia peach from Savannah Beach to sing, from Arkansas to appreciate a Southern draw. Don't need no kid from West Virginia to have it in ya. Show the world you're a country girl. I'm the kind of girl says it with a smile. Oh yeah, that's sweet as molasses down home style. I'm what you might call real cornfed. Oh yeah, I'm a country girl born and bred. It's a state of mind no matter where you're from. Living like your grandma does. Country girl. you're bad, let me hear you all clap your hands. Now come on now. Ladies, if you understand, let me hear you all clap your hands, yeah. If you hear me and you know you're bad, all you country girls clap your hands. You don't have to be a Georgia peach from Savannah Beach. No, you don't. From Arkansas to appreciate a Southern drawl. Don't need no king from West Virginia to have it in you. No. Show the world you're a country girl. If you wanna be a Georgia peach from Savannah Beach, the same, yeah. From Arkansas, then sing it with a Southern drawl. Sing it out. Don't need no king from West Virginia to have it in you. Show the world you're a country girl.